So primary objective मेरे यहाँ आने का था to conduct workshops at schools in Kashmir to create awareness about design thinking, which is a new pedagogy. इंडिया में नहीं है. डिजाइन की पढ़ाई और डिजाइन की समझ अख्तियार करके बच्चे जो हैं वो अपनी पढ़ाई के साथ समाज पर इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. तो दैट इज द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ माय बीइंग हियर. ये बताने के प्रोसेस में कि मैं कहां से आया हूं. मैं अनंत नेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी अहमदाबाद से आया हूं, जिसकी एक बहुत ही यूनिक पेडागॉजी है, डिजाइन एक्स जिसको बोलते हैं, जहां पर डिजाइन एज अ डिसिप्लिन and its teaching is augmented and enhanced by inputs, multiplied by inputs drawn from a range of subject disciplines. So that is why multiplier X actually multiplication. Also, to prove how unique we are, I shared with you several innovations. I'll give you 3 examples. The first innovation that we carried out, and you will not find this happening with any other university in the country. We are the first ones. Pehla hai India's first and thus far the only climate technology program. It's an undergrad BTech program that we offer. And we are offering this program in recognition of the simple fact that the world is faced with a prospect of climate disaster. And everybody knows how bad the situation is, how every day, the temperature is rising, there is global warming, how sea levels are rising, glaciers are melting, there are freak weather events. And while we are the grown-ups, people in their 40s and 50s and 60s, will have about, say, 10, 20 years before them. The youngsters, say 5 years old, 10 years old, 15-year-olds, have a whole life to live, and they need to be prepared. They need to be informed about how the world is changing. No other institution is offering this program, right? So we owe it to the younger generation to equip them with an understanding of what is climate and what are these factors that have led to its change, and how you could help the situation. What is the technology that you can use to either adapt or to mitigate the damages caused? So the eligibility criteria is very simple. It's PCM, physics, chemistry, mathematics. That's the primary one, and you could look up the website. And students, not just from Kashmir, everyone, youngsters and all human beings across the world are faced with this problem. And we do not only have students coming from India, we also have students coming from all around the world to study this program because it affects them all. We have partnerships, for all programs that we offer, but particularly so far as the climate technology program is concerned, we have partnerships with institutions in India and institutions outside of India as well. Top institutions like University of Miami, MIT, Pratt, and we work with these institutions to discover, because every day there are new things being discovered, new science is being discovered, new facts are being discovered about climate and how it's changing. So it's open to all youngsters who have graduated from their higher secondary, who finished their plus 2, 12th, and they can apply. Look up the website. The qualifying criteria is determined by AICTE, and I think it's 50% marks that we look for, and you should have among your subjects physics, chemistry, and mathematics. And the most important thing is for whoever is applying to understand how urgently they need to have this knowledge to help not just save the situation worldwide, but at least at your home. And each region, whether it's Kashmir or Tamil Nadu or Bihar, we are all suffering with our own problems. So design as a discipline is a creative and critical thinking process to solve problems. So it's an academic discipline that sets out to solve problems. and it tries to solve problems that the community faces. In order for you to be a good designer, it's important that first you understand your community and understand the problems that it faces. You cannot be a good designer if you don't know what are these problems that you have set out to solve. And what we are trying to do and what we have done thus far in the 8 years that we have been around is start out with the foundation year. As the students come in, they are introduced to the community. So we have these related study program. That is what we call this module, where students coming in teams of 10 or 15 led by faculty are taken into the society, and not posh society, and across the country. So we are located in Ahmedabad, but these students fresh out of schools who have never really experienced the diversity of the world that they live in. They have never had any taste of how uneven or diverse the world is. Because as we all know, growing up, our parents being very loving people, they would always prevent us from going there or doing this. यहाँ नहीं जाओ, वहाँ नहीं जाना, इनसे नहीं बात करनी है. तो बच्चे को कभी इल्म नहीं होता है कि समाज जो है वो कितना डाइवर्स है, विविड है, वेरिड है.